Hey all, Kate here from Never Minecraft, and welcome to my top 7 characters I want to see in the upcoming Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. Now before I get into my list, allow me to explain to you what Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls is. Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls is a 4v4 Marvel fighting game being developed by the game developer Arc System Works, the same company that has made Guilty Gear and Double Dragon, along with Dragon Ball FighterZ. The game was revealed in PlayStation's most recent State of Play, and to say people were hyped, well, that would be an understatement. Now that I got you all up to speed, allow me to go into my top 7 characters I want to see in Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. But also, please note that I am not a Marvel superfan, and I do not completely know all of the lore of Marvel, so please and kindly, show me mercy. For my 7th pick, I have chosen Red Skull. Now yes, I am aware that his inclusion would be problematic due to the current social climate, and you are probably curious why I said that. Well, it's because in Marvel lore, Red Skull is basically a Nazi, which is why it will always be funny that he appeared in that Marvel when Phineas and Ferb crossover. Now, I would like to admit that the only reason Red Skull is even on this list is because he has a cool design, and the fact that almost everyone can agree that beating up a Nazi is very fun and morally correct. For my 6th pick is Groot in Rocket Raccoon. Since Star-Lord is a part of the roster, why not add 2 of his teammates to the roster as well? I imagine that Groot and Rocket Raccoon could work a little bit like Noob and Smoke from Mortal Kombat Deception, mostly due to the fact that they are 2 characters. Groot would be the one doing most of the fighting and damage, and Rocket Raccoon doing an extra bonus damage. For my 5th pick is Gambit. Ever since I watched Deadpool vs. Wolverine, I quite liked what we got of Channing Tatum's Gambit, and it got me hopeful that he might get his own solo movie. And since Marvel can once again use the mutants for the projects, the fact that Storm is a part of the roster, and the fact that we will obviously be getting more mutants, I believe that Gambit would be a great choice for the roster, with Gambit being able to use his staff and magic cards, and also hopefully being voiced by Channing Tatum when the game eventually gets English voice actors. For my 4th pick is Thanos. Since Thanos is one of the most powerful villains in Marvel, and the fact that he wields one of the most powerful items in the Marvel Universe, I feel like Thanos would be a perfect fit for the roster. Obviously, Thanos will use the Infinity Stones as an attack, allowing the player to swap between them during the fight, along with him being able to use that giant-ass blade that he is sometimes seen with. Now at the top 3, my 3rd pick is Wolverine. Wolverine is one of the most iconic mutants to be made by Marvel, and it would be a no-brainer to add him to the roster. He would obviously use his claws as his attack, and maybe even the little jump he does from Marvel vs. Capcom, so we can give those people hope that one day they will get a new entry in their favorite series. Getting close to my number 1 pick, but not quite, we have my 2nd pick, the Punisher. Now yes, I am aware of the, let's just say, controversy of his logo and the types of people who use it. But besides all that, I quite like the Punisher because he is... Dang it, I had a random pause, I had a brain fart there. Dang it, brain, you messed me up again. Now before I talk about my first / number 1 pick, allow me to go over my honorable mentions. Ant-Man, Cyclops, Venom my beloved, Miles Morales, Thor, Black Cat, Scarlet Witch, and War Machine. Now that I have covered my honorable mentions, let's get to my number 1 pick. For my number 1 pick is Stan Lee. Now since Stan Lee is the godfather of Marvel, and due to the fact that whenever he is playable in a Marvel game, he is given the abilities of all of the characters, he will of course have all of the abilities of all of the characters in the roster. You thought I was serious? Nah, my actual number 1 pick is Deadpool. Deadpool is one of my favorite Marvel characters. I love characters who break the 4th wall, and Ryan Reynolds' portrayal of the character is pretty freaking epic. He would use his katanas and handguns to fight, but I also imagine he could use parts of the HUD as an attack, a reference to a special attack in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And since I brought it up, might as well add in said special attack as his special attack in game. Maybe with him bringing up the fact that it's originally from Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Anyways, that was my top 7 list of characters I want to see in Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. Are there any characters you would like to see in the game? Feel free to share in the comment section below because again, I really love the interaction. So, anyways, that was it for this video. Make sure you all subscribe and like for more, and I'll see you all later. Peace out, home guards, and goodbye!